Los Angeles, California. It is Thursday night, January 8th, 1998. Ray Romano from Everybody Loves Raymond is on this program tonight. And Julie Albin, who is a prosecutor in the Long Beach DA's office with domestic violence, who herself was the victim of same some years ago, tells a compelling tale of her own troubles with a boyfriend and how she tries now to counteract domestic violence in her role as a prosecutor in Long Beach, California. You know, we've been doing this now for 3 years. We're starting our 4th year, and I was thinking with Mark Kennedy, my stage manager, back to that first week in 1995. I remember I used to sweat all the time, and, you know, because I knew what was coming. I knew that we were going to go. I called them the Bickersons, the Gingriches, Newt's mom and dad back in Pennsylvania. Here were people that enjoyed a cocktail, and we got them on the air at 1:30 in the morning, and they were pretty well along at that time. But I remember, you know, I was terrified the first couple of weeks. We had to come into CBS here after doing cable and radio for about 10 years, and people have high expectations, and you try and fulfill them, and if you think you're not doing it, you break out into a sweat. We used to have meetings about Tom Sweat back in the conference room. At one time, a former producer of this program had the makeup artist apply deodorant to my upper lip so sweat would not break through. I wondered why it itched all day. But that's all in the past now, and we're looking forward to the future here. You know, I've showed you some clips. You know, I was down in the vaults again today, you know, going through the clips. And we've shown some funny stuff here of Robert Blake here last night, and we had Tony Curtis here Tuesday night, and Don Rickles last night. Let me show you here tonight a serious moment on this program that occurred when Dennis Franz, the great actor who plays Sipowicz on NYPD Blue, was here back in 1997. He's only been here one time, but he gave us a great night. He served the country in Vietnam during the war there in the 60s. And I remember I asked him if he had kept in touch with people he had served with, guys and gals he met in the military in Vietnam during his tour there, and whether or not he'd had any strange feelings coming back from Vietnam, since that was a very unpopular war. And again, here in part is how Dennis Franz responded to that question.
That was a very uncomfortable return. That was the happiest day of my life, I think, when I came out. I literally did one of the bend over and kiss the ground. I remember my foot setting on the runway of American soil, and I made a very mental note of when I stepped that last step off of the plane onto the ground, and I thought, I'm home, and I'm safe, and I got through it, and now I have some responsibilities here, and you have the best of intentions to remain friends with the people who were your most important figures in your life during that year while you're over there. They're your friends, your lovers, they're your family. They're everything to you for a very temporary period of time. And you think it's going to be a long-lasting thing. Oddly enough, when you come back, your mind has a way of just...
it's an amazing gift.
You forget that. I ran into one guy when I first moved to Los Angeles in a 7-Eleven store, and if you would have described this person to a T, I don't think I'd ever been able to remember his name, but I was waiting in line with my box of detergent to pay for it to go do the laundry next door, and I saw somebody in an aisle, and I did a double take at him, and he did the same thing to me, and he said, "Denny?" I said, "Neil?" And it was just like that. It was immediate. But if you'd have described him before, I never would have. And we talked for about an hour. Yeah. We relived what happened after he left, after I left. We left at different times. We parted ways. I went with a different unit, and he went with a different unit midway through our tour. And it turns out that he was living about 10 blocks from me. We exchanged phone numbers. I liked this guy. He liked me. We were friends over there. We thought a lot of each other. We did not get in touch with each other. 10 blocks away. I have yet to ever hear from him nor call him. And this was a friend. It's something in there that I just, he and I both put out.
Dennis Franz with us in year 3 back in June of 1997. And tomorrow I shall again return to the vaults, carefully go through some tape and pull out some Bonnie Hunt for you. Dennis Miller will be here as well tomorrow night. You know, we haven't had a story here for a long time. I thought I'd tell one tonight. Bill and Maria had a small apartment in the big city, very, very small apartment. And they decided the only way to pull off a little intimate moment on a Sunday afternoon with their 10-year-old boy in the apartment was to send him out on the balcony and tell him to report on all the activities as they took place in the neighborhood. They thought that to a young kid, you know, spying would be a lot of fun and would distract him for an hour or so at best. So the boy went out there, and Mom and Dad went to their room, and the boy began his commentary as the parents put this plan into operation. He said, "There's a car being towed from the parking lot. An ambulance just drove by." A few moments passed. He says, "Looks like the Andersons have company." He called out, "Matt's riding a new bike, and the Coopers are having sex." And Mom and Dad shot up in the bed. The startled father says, "How do you know that?" He says, "Because their kid is standing out on the balcony, too." Thank you very much. We're back with Ray Romano from a hit show here on CBS called Everybody Loves Raymond, and then Julie Albin and stories of prosecuting in the domestic violence section of the DA's office in Long Beach, California. And, of course, you on the toll-free. I'm Tom. You're watching CBS, and thanks for catching our stuff as we fly it through the air. Situation comedy Everybody Loves Raymond is now in season number 2 here on CBS. Ray Romano is the Ray that everybody loves. He'll also host the People's Choice Awards this coming Sunday on CBS. And pleasure to welcome Ray back to our program. And Happy New Year. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
You've moved to California now. You've left New York for the time being because your show is a hit, and you rented a house out here.
Yes, we did. Last year I went back and forth.
I know. We talked about that,
Yeah,
how tough it was on you and the kids and your bride. Yeah.
Took the family out, made the move, but we're renting. We're in the valley renting.
And how's that going for you?
It's fine with me. It's not too fine with the wife.
Really?
Yeah, she's not happy. I don't know what it takes to make her happy.
Well, what doesn't she like about the house?
The tennis court and pool.
Really?
It's just not her style. I don't know. It's a ranch. It's got a big yard. That's what attracted me to it. We have
Sure,
three
you got kids. You got 3
Right.
kids and 1 on the way, I read.
We have 1 on the way. That's, I would say that's the finale. That's the encore. We thought we were done. We thought the show was over. Yeah. They wouldn't let us out of the building. No, that's it. Yeah, we have our 4th child on the way. And we have twins. We have twin
boys?
Yeah, they'll be 5 next week, and a daughter 7. So we wanted a big yard, and it happens to have a tennis court. I don't play tennis.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
but
space, you know.
it's space,
kids can run around out there and get
yes.
tired. Sure, that's good.
It's a little cage.
Yeah, there you go.
Cage,
there
yeah.
you go.
But no.
So are you looking for a new house? Have you been out to look? Or
We went out, actually, we went out a couple days ago. My wife, just on a whim, let's go house hunting. Pouring rain out.
That's a good day to go.
Yeah. Do you have any, appointments, things? Do you know open houses? Well, we'll find something. We found Soup Plantation. That's where we ended up. Yeah.
Soup Plantation.
Yeah, it's a place. You pay one price, you eat all the
Oh, yeah, soup, salad, all that. Yeah, sandwiches.
That's what, yeah.
So no house was found on Sunday in the rain?
No, Sunday in the rain.
And has there been any other house hunting
She
along?
went today. She saw about 6 more.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, none of them struck her fancy. And, I don't ask questions.
No, just put the money in the bank.
Give me the address.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And what are you looking for? Like, what kind of a house would you like to have? It's got to have some bedrooms because you're going to have 4 kids,
Got to
right?
have a couple bedrooms.
Okay,
Yeah,
need
like
some
a couple
yard space for the kids. You got any dogs or cats?
Yeah, no dogs, no cats.
Okay.
No, need a yard, probably shouldn't have a guest room because that would mean relatives.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Usually
yeah.
means guests,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. But it should have. And it needs a yard. The biggest thing is a yard now we're spoiled because this one has a pool.
Right.
Kids learned how to swim this year
good,
and all
good,
that. Yeah.
good.
So maybe we want a pool. I don't know. You know what? I just give me a room where I can, if I have to lock the door, I can go in it.
And be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you took the family to New York before Christmas or for Christmas?
We went for Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Wow.
we went back and visited everybody. Exchanged gifts at my parents. My parents are in Queens, New York. Bought my mother and father a car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Oh,
a
thank you.
newie?
A brand new car.
Wow.
Father's never had a brand new car.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Can I ask you what kinds you bought, or would that be in
I
the
bought they're my parents. They're not fancy.
I understand.
Bought a Chevy Malibu.
That's a nice car.
Yeah.
Nice car.
4-door. Nice color. Very, I don't know what it was called. Sand drift,
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Well, how'd Dad like the car, Mr. Romano? Like the car?
Well, it was, my mother cried. My father complained about the insurance. Yeah. And it cost me $2,000 in insurance. My mother was very worried because how am I going to, you know, I hope I know how to operate it.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's a car.
So mom drives too, right?
Mom drives, yeah. Mom, it's a car. You'll learn. The next day, and don't leave it in the driveway the whole time. You know, I just know my father. You know, we shouldn't take it out. The next day, I went to the store, came back, walking past the house, past the driveway. The car is deep in the driveway, and it's my mother and father in the front seat with the wipers going.
Going, yeah.
Yeah, and I just hear the voices faintly. My mother's like, "What about intermittent?" And my father, "Read the damn manual." Yeah. So it went well.
And what did Pop have before? What was it?
He had a bunch of cars.
Like when you were a kid, what did Pop?
When I was a teenager growing up, I had use of his '64 Falcon.
Now there's a hot number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bought it for $50. No kidding. Bought it for $50, did his little thing on it. 10 years he had it. Every day I had was in the Falcon, and it was usually one day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They don't come back for more in the Falcon,
Yeah.
do they? No.
No, it doesn't leave an impression.
Yeah. In fact, I think the whole car thing with women is a lie, because when I was a kid, I worked radio, so I made some money. And in '56, I brought a brand new Ford convertible. They called them the Sunliner, a beautiful car, black and red with a white top. They had all these colors in the '50s. And one date, and they were gone. They never came.
Even with the convertible.
I thought the convertible was a surefire hit, but I was a schmuck. So
See, I have an excuse, the Falcon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I had no excuse.
Yeah.
And how did the kids behave on the trip? Was that? It's tough, right?
It's weird. It's hard. It's, you know, it's called a vacation, but it's, I don't know. With twins, I think I have the only situation where going to work on a sitcom, as grueling as that is less stressful than not going to work.
You've got a 7-year-old, 2 5-year-olds,
right,
and a little baby on the way. You and your wife, what's her name?
Anna.
Anna. You and Anna have your hands full, pal.
Right.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah, and the kids are at an age. Yeah, I mean, they're great. I'm not complaining. I love.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing in the world to be a parent, but they're at this competitive age. Everything is a competition with them. Every little thing. Yep. You know, what do you want for Christmas? Everything. The other guy, everything and a kite. You know, he one-ups them. Yeah, they're a little nuts. And
did they have Christmas back there at your folks' house, or then when they came home, did they have?
They got a good deal. They got the gifts at the Queen's.
Yeah.
We left before Christmas.
Right.
Had all our gifts for them in the garage. Had a friend come over, put them under the tree. So we came home January 2nd.
Nice.
Another Christmas. Yeah.
So they had a haul this year.
Yeah.
And how about you and Anna on New Year's Eve? Did you get to go out by yourselves that night?
We had a great New Year's Eve. The kids stayed with Grandma, and we went to see the Titanic.
Me too. Same thing.
On New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Were you in the movie theater at midnight?
No.
Midnight. The movie just ended at midnight. Looked at my watch, walking out of the movie lobby, struck midnight in the movie lobby. Saddest part, it's the most exciting New Year's I've ever had.
You're kidding.
Where am I going to go? It was fun. You know what I love about the Titanic, going on the Titanic? It's 3 hours sitting without screaming children. I got to give it to James Cameron.
Did you like the picture?
That was great. I loved it.
Wasn't that something?
Yeah, it was great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Talk about screaming, though, there at the end. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, when it does this. And
Yeah.
For some reason, I do love doing that, you know.
That's the symbol now for...
Let me get the commercials out of the way here. Let me figure out what the hell I'm talking about here. Ray Romano's the guest. His show is called Everybody Loves Raymond, and a lot of people do. And he'll be hosting the People's Choice Awards on Sunday. That sounded at what, 9 o'clock Eastern time, I would guess, huh? 9 to 11?
9 o'clock, yes.
Yeah, okay. They do that right here in L.A., right?
It's live to New York, yeah.
Okie dokie. That'll be on Sunday here on CBS. The toll-free is up and running, and we'll be right back after this break. We're back with Ray Romano, and here is Raju on the toll-free in Scarborough, Ontario. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing tonight, sir?
Good, thank you.
Fine. Thanks for calling.
Okay, I was just wondering how starring on a hit TV sitcom has affected your day-to-day life?
Well, it's a lot of work. So day to day, I'm just in the studio.
But like when you're on the streets, if you're out shopping, if you're in a restaurant, in a grocery store.
It's really weird because you would think that people would maybe recognize, and they do, but you get a lot of like, do I recognize you?
Uh-huh. Or why do I recognize you? Or how come I recognize you?
I had a guy, I was on Long Beach Island in New Jersey we're looking for a 1-week summer rental.
You certainly are looking for a lot of real
Yeah,
estate.
yeah, we want to. We have to keep moving.
That's a very pretty place, by the way, Long Beach Island.
We rented there for the past 5 years.
Yeah,
Just,
I spent a week there one Saturday many years ago.
Is there a rim shot we're missing?
No.
Okay.
So anyway, so you're looking for...
No, and I said to the guy, and the guy said, can I help you? The guy said, can I help you? And said, can I help you? And I said, we're looking for a 1-week rental. And right away he went, God, you're just like Ray Romano. And I go, yeah, well, that's me. I am. That's me. And he said, I bet you get that a lot. And I go, what? What do you mean, people telling me that I look like me? Yeah, that's me. And he just kept going on. He goes, geez, you just knocked me off my feet there for a second. Anyway, go ahead. And the whole time I'm talking what I want, and he just looking me over, and it didn't really click, you know? And I just said, all right, we'll leave it like that. But it never happens when you really want it to happen, like when you're stuck in business class and you just hope the flight attendant will recognize you, move you up.
Oh, I got you. No?
Yeah. No, not yet.
It'll happen for you. Yeah, it takes a little while.
Did we lose somebody?
No. Raju, I'm glad you called, and I hope that Ray has answered your questions, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a good evening, young man. Bye-bye. Now, let me ask you here, I read this afternoon that you had a job delivering futons.
Yes.
And you delivered a futon to Judd Hirsch one time.
Sure did. And he wouldn't let us in his apartment.
Really?
Not that he wouldn't let us in, he just said, leave it in the hall.
Leave it in the hall.
I just took that to mean he
I don't
doesn't
want you to
it in.
well, maybe he just wanted it left in the hall.
Maybe, who knows?
Although a futon's a pretty cumbersome, heavy thing.
It was a small one. It was a small one.
Yeah.
This was about 10 or 12 years ago. And I got to meet him. Recently we did a promo with him. And I told him, and he didn't remember me.
Right.
Yeah.
And well, did he speak to you when delivering the futon?
No, he just said, oh, thanks, leave it in the hall.
So there probably was no, like, tip.
I'm not going to say there was. I'm not going to say there wasn't.
I got you. That's your story, and you're sticking to it, right?
Yeah.
And then you worked at a gasoline station for a time.
Did a little bit of that.
Yeah, got held up a couple of times.
Got held up twice in Queens in a gas station. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was an aspiring stand-up. Not at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you say when a guy points a gun?
Nothing funny. You're the straight guy. Yeah. When a man's holding a gun on you. Yeah. You just feed him the lines. Yeah.
Like?
Yeah, like here. Yeah.
You don't say like, nice gun, huh?
No, nice gun. Is that a gun or you, whatever? Yeah.
And now you've gotten to meet your childhood idols. Like you,
some of them.
Yeah, well, like you did. Didn't you go with Peter Boyle, who's on your show?
Peter Boyle. Yeah,
who my father. Yeah, who I know, who's a terrific guy. I worked with his dad in Philadelphia years and years ago.
Yeah.
And you went and did the Cosby show.
Yeah, we did a Cosby crossover.
You've been a Cosby fan since you're a kid,
yes,
right?
I was. The first comedy album I had was a Bill Cosby album. To Russell, my brother, whom I slept with, was the name of the album. Listened to it all the time, and never met Cosby. And then we got to cross over and do an episode, and it was a little surreal. It was in Queens, in my backyard. My parents came, and there was one point where we were rehearsing, and Bill Cosby said, Ray, try something different this time. When I come up and talk to you, just tell me to shut up. And so we did it again. We started, and when he came up, I just made some kind of, he started talking, and I went, whatever. And everybody thought it was funny, and he cracked up, and he fell to his knees laughing and started hugging my legs.
Hold it.
Yeah. No.
Hold it. Bill straight, you know.
Yeah. But it was just, I'm standing there, and people are laughing, Cosby's, and I'm like, how did I get here?
Or, hey, Bill Cosby is hugging my legs.
Yeah.
You know, me, little Ray Romano from Queens.
That's right.
With the 64 Falcon,
Yeah.
And then another one of your idols was David Letterman, right? And
Letterman.
His company produces your show, Worldwide Pants?
He's my boss, kind of. One of my bosses.
Mine too, kind of.
Yeah, that was a big thrill. The first time I did his show, stand-up on his show, was a thrill just to be on it, and then to get a call a week later that he was interested in developing a sitcom.
Right.
Yeah. So it's weird how.
And then what about, and every comedian talks about this, if he or she has been fortunate enough to have had the experience while Johnny Carson was hosting The Tonight Show.
Yes.
You did have that
I
experience.
did it.
And I've heard David Brenner tell his story and David Letterman. What was your night like?
Well, I did it on November 15th, 1991, which was about 4 or 5 months to, right before he retired.
That's right. He left in
So
May of 92.
Right. So I got in under the gun. And I had only been in stand-up for like 7 or 8 years, which is not too long for stand-up. And it was, you know, so of course I was overwhelmed. And I was handling it okay on the day of the show. And I was in my hotel, and my manager was in the room across the hall. And the limo was coming to pick us up in about an hour, so I was going to take a shower to get ready. I remember I'm in the shower, and I'm like, oh, boy, this is the shower I'm taking before I go on The Tonight Show. Yeah. And I should never have said that.
It's cute, though.
Yeah.
This is the shower I'm taking. Yes, very cute.
Yeah. And I became numb. I felt my arm getting numb, and and I'm like, God, you know, it's still 2 or 3 hours away.
Right.
If I'm this way now,
What am I going to be like when it's showtime?
Right.
Sure.
And then the limo came, and I'm still half numb, and I remember for whatever reason I had forgotten my key in the hotel. The limo drove a block away, and I said, wait, and I got out and ran, and I think that saved my career, because whatever it was, the running started my heart and relaxed me.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Got back in the limo, was a little relaxed, got to the Tonight Show set, got to stand on the set, and that kind of took the mystique away, and I made it. You don't remember it. I just did 6 minutes and didn't faint.
And like, did Johnny give you any indication during the show or after that you did good?
He gave me the thing, the nod,
Yeah.
and a laugh, and funny guy, but I didn't talk to him before, I didn't talk to him after, and in my dressing room, we're standing there after, and of course I'm like, how did I do? What did I do? How did I look? And my manager looked out and said, Johnny's walking down the hall, and so he closed the door, and so we hear the footsteps, and then the door opened, and Johnny came in and shook my hand and said, you got to be happy with that. You got to be real happy with that. Okay. And then Ed was right behind. You got to be real happy with that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I was very happy.
Did you meet Ed? You were on Star Search. And
did a Star Search.
Did you meet Ed?
Ed, and this was before the Tonight Show. And I don't think he remembered me. I was on once. I lost, and I got a 1 3/4 stars. Now I don't know if you remember Star Search scoring.
They give you 2 just for showing up.
Exactly. If you don't get a minimum of 2, it's very.
And you got 1 3/4.
Yeah, but you have 120 seconds on Star Search.
Right.
You have 2 minutes to make people laugh. Look, I've been on here for 8 minutes, and okay, enough said.
And the other thing, you and Fran Drescher went to the same high school.
In Queens.
In Queens, but you didn't know it at the time. You would discover it.
No. Yeah, we had a big graduating class. We had about 700 people.
You couldn't hear?
Yeah, that's how big it was. Yeah, I thought it was the fire alarm. Yeah, exactly. It caused chaos. Every day we're all standing. It's Fran. No, someone told me she was in our graduating year. I looked it up, and there she is in our yearbook. And I don't know if she wants to admit to being my age, but I think she might be.
In any event, have a good time with the People's Choice Awards on Sunday night here on CBS, and we do like your show. We love Raymond here, by the way, both off and on TV, and I thank you for coming on. Good luck with the house hunting, and have a happy New Year.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ray Romano is the guest. You'll see his show every week here on CBS. Everybody loves Raymond, and he'll be hosting the People's Choice Awards on Sunday here on this very same television network. Next, Julie Albin from the prosecutor's office in Long Beach, California, in domestic violence section there. Back with her and you on the toll-free after this break.
From New York, open wide and say, ah, it's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, Norm Macdonald. From La Femme Nikita, actress Peta Wilson. And Daredevil dance troupe Streb. Was Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. And now, former Vice President of the United States of America, David Letterman.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. Thank you very much. My name is Dave Letterman. You're watching The Late Show right here on CBS, the Titanic of television networks. How many of you folks have seen the blockbuster motion picture Titanic? How many of you? You know, the damn movie is so successful. 3 weeks in a row, it's been #1 at the box office, and it's very realistic. You know why so many people went down with the Titanic? This is how realistic this film is. So many people went down with the Titanic because they couldn't drag them away from the buffet. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Would not and travel agents are now worried that because of the Titanic, people will not go on cruises anymore. And, yeah, and I'm thinking, well, hell, if Kathy Lee didn't scare them off, what's, you know, come on, think about that. Well, we're hearing a lot about this interview with O.J. Simpson, and in the interview, among other things, O.J. Simpson now says that he plays golf 6 days a week. Keeps his Sundays open, you know, sure, for, like, murders. Gentle spring rain. Hey, Leanne, how you doing? Kids? I'm a little nervous about this. Some crackpot in Chicago announces a couple of days ago that they're going to start cloning people. In 90 days, we'll be cloning people. American scientists, you just place your order, 90 days, you get a clone of, like, your brother-in-law, you know? If you want another brother-in-law, you get a clone, they clone him. 90 days, and I'm thinking, now, wait a minute, hold on here. I'm no Einstein, but haven't we done this? Hasn't there already been cloning? Diana Ross, Michael Jackson? Come on, huh?